Hello, Mrs. St. Alma. This is my professional speech, and then this is my audience. Art and history are two timeless things that, when coupled together, amount to something great. At the Minnesota Center for Book Arts, they are doing just that. The MCBA is working to preserve over 70,000 stamps that span over a course of 120 years to create a unique experience that incorporates the art of yesterday with the art of today. They plan on doing this by having opportunities for artists to come and view the stamps and then use them in their own artwork. This should be a priority to visit because it teaches people about their history, inspires a creativity and passion for art in all age groups, and gives the items a purpose while still preserving them for future use. Art is an important part of a material culture that defines what a civilization is. It showcases the important parts of the time period and its values. For example, art created while the Black Plague was ravaging Europe showcased the residual grief and somber darkness that no textbook could properly convey. Art creates a first-hand look into somebody's life, and I believe that is simply priceless. By going to the stamp exhibit, people are able to experience an important part of American culture and the changes the country went through to get where it is today, including during World War I, the Great Depression, World War II, the Cold War, the Civil Rights Movement, and many more. These are important events that have had a lasting impact on the country and the world and still can be seen today. Textbooks can be changed and information can be forgotten, but art has a sacredness that cannot be tampered with. By viewing this collection, it prevents a piece of history from being forgotten and a legacy of the importance of art from dying out. The artist stations in the exhibit transform this place into a unique experience. Rarely in museums are people allowed to touch the artifacts, and doing so can result in being kicked out. At the S. Helms and W. Gaglione Stamp Archive, this is encouraged instead of forbidden. This hands-on experience offered here makes it personal and unique and engaging. People learn in three ways: visually, kinetically, and tactilely. And art is one of the few mediums that does this simultaneously. Art is visually responsive to engage people who learn by seeing things, and incorporates the sense of movement by having to move around and pick what articles you want to include in your art, and is tactilely engaging by having to physically use your hands to create this expression of your soul. This experience is beneficial to people of all age groups, including kids. And kids' art is said to lead to a higher amount of creativity, the way to communicate non-verbally, perseverance, accountability, and many more. These skills are vital for having an adult life, and they develop at a young age. Art can be used as a stress reliever in a way for teenagers and adults to express themselves in ways that are not commonly found in their workplace setting in their everyday lives. And finally, it can also be helpful for the elderly. For example, my grandmother stays young by creating art and helping others, including her grandchildren, do the same thing. Painting keeps her on her toes and gives her a way to exercise her eyes, hand, and mind so that she doesn't lose these skills. Museums are a great way to preserve historic artifacts. Museums all over the world show endless items for public viewing. A downside of traditional museums, though, is once the items are preserved, they are no longer able for public use, and they begin to lose their purpose. This is where the S. Helms and W. Gaglione Stamp Archive stands out. At the exhibit, the stamps are preserved so that they don't deteriorate, but they are still able to be used by the public, so their purpose is not lost. This is the best way to honor history because the stamps are still being used and they are still able to reflect the artists of the past. Without an item's purpose, it slowly loses its worth, but here, that will never happen. As an artist myself, I find this aspect very appealing. I love going to museums and seeing all the beautiful works of art and the supplies used to create them, but it saddens me that these beautiful supplies are no longer used to continue creating and continue their legacy of amazingness. When I go to the exhibit, I will be able to continue giving the items a purpose, honor the artists of the past, and create unique art that benefits me. I understand that people might not be overly excited to go to what seems like another boring museum. This problem occurs when the public is not properly educated on how truly interactive and hands-on the exhibit is. The artist stations bring a lot of interactive elements and rely on the fundamental concept that people should be creating constantly in all different ways from all different times. There are also many other elements that continue to create this unique interactive environment and incorporates lots of new technology that allows people to dive deeper into the content and also experiment with unique ways of designing stamps and using them. Finally, it is also engaging based on its youth. It is a young project still in the works, which means that as the kinks are being worked out, public feedback is accepted and also encouraged. More ideas can be pitched by the general public to create a unique experience beneficial for you. In the article, it even talks about how its most exciting strength is that it's never been done before. To conclude, visiting the S. Helms and W. Gaglione stamp archive should be a priority because it educates people about our past, it encourages vital skills in all age groups, and keeps the item's purpose while still preserving it. This project is truly unique, and I believe it can be a strong impact on the community and the individuals inside it. Thank you.